Hi, I'm Linda Payton. I'm an energetic and family herbalist. I want to share with you some ways where I think about including all the colors of the rainbow in my diet. Since I follow a medically prescribed low nickel diet, it does limit my food choices, but I'm still able to include all the colors of the rainbow. And I want others on the low nickel diet to know that it's possible too. I am not recommending that anyone eat or ingest or use any of these foods and herbs. And if you're following the low nickel diet, you know that sourcing and the way that food is grown can change its nickel content. So the nickel content of food in one sourcing or place in the world is not the same as another. So just because I find a food where I'm located in the United States to be low nickel from the organic sources or sources where I know how they're grown, it doesn't mean that you're going to find it to be the same elsewhere. Each color can offer different pigments and support and benefits for the body. I'm going to focus on one food of each color and one pigment family. I'm going to keep it general. There are a lot of different pigment types that are different colors, but I'm not going to go that deep here because my point is just to show that it's possible to eat all the colors of the rainbow when it comes to using herbs on the low nickel diet. So let's start with the color red. There's red flavonoids in cranberries. I like to enjoy cranberries towards the end of the year in cranberry sauce. And sometimes I'll make cranberry sauce mixing it with a orange food, which oranges include carotenoids that make them the color orange. I find oranges delicious just to eat on their own as well. Now yellow, a food that contains carotenoids that are yellow, is another fruit in the citrus family, lemons. Lemons, squeezing the juice out of a lemon makes really good dressings and toppings. And then using some of those remaining parts to make infusions, which is, it's like having a cup of hot tea if you don't know what an infusion is. It's made in a very similar way. For the color green, there are lots of green foods containing a green compound called chlorophyll. The one that I picked out to share with you today is dill. Dill is an herb that I like to occasionally put in soups, but also like to use to make some dill pickles. Those pickles are delicious. Then there's blue and purple. I'm going to group these together into blue and purple flavonoids. They can be found in blueberries, bilberries, elderberries. The fresh berries in general tend to be lower nickel than the more concentrated dried berries, but they're highly nutritious in these blue and purple compounds. Then let's go to the color white. Garlic, I would say, is probably one of my favorite white herbs. The sulfur compounds in it tend to be white. I enjoy some fresh, but that can be pretty strong, but also roasted and pickled garlic. So again, my point in going through these colors of red, orange, yellow, green, blue, purple, white foods is that our body is structured in a way where these different colors, even energetically, when you look at something like the chakras, right? The root chakra is red, the sacral chakra orange, yellow is associated with the solar plexus chakra, the heart chakra green, the throat chakra blue, the brow chakra the purple, and then the crown chakra indigo or white. These foods support different energetics in the body, different organs in the body, different functions in cells. And so I like to eat all the colors of the rainbow so that I can get all of those benefits. So a low nickel lifestyle does not mean a life without color and flavor. A low nickel lifestyle can still be full of color and flavor. It just means being a little bit more intentional about what colors and flavors I choose. I am extremely thankful for my herbal knowledge to help me pick out good sources of all these different colors throughout the rainbow.